Ways to understand the law of polarity. Now, when you think about the polarity of everything, there's a duality to everything. You don't know something without knowing nothing. You can't know something unless you've been in the dark about it. That's polarity right there. So to explain this even further, we got to take a look at yourself. When you're in lack, you're also saying that if you're in lack for something, you're probably going to be depressed. There's going to be feelings that you have that you feel like you're in doubt with yourself. That means that you don't have. And that's how the universe understands anything about you. They look at the polarity of what it is you're feeling and then put you through situations and experiences in the polar opposite of that to see how you deal with that. So polarity kind of births a new reality of something, and they work together, and that's what creates the world in general. You don't know life without knowing death. You don't know having without knowing not having, right? Let me give you guys an example. Now you guys already know about astrology. We're in North Node in Taurus right now, so everyone is talking about money, resources, what is it that I do have, social status, stuff like that. And the polar opposite of that sign is Scorpio. Now, I don't have to bring up astrology, but it's a tool and a resource for you to understand. Now, I'm going to stop talking about the signs and talk about the energy because it's still here and it's still the truth. Now, we talk about resources, which you already have, working for your own money. But you can't have that without some kind of transaction on the Scorpio side. You can't have that without having a transaction with an entity outside of you. So that already shows you that there is a polarity on Earth. There is a polarity in this universe. Just off of knowing that you are you and there is a reflection outside of you to show you something, for you then to have to go through something, that's also showing you the reality of polarity, that something is different outside of you. Now, the thing is with polarity is whatever is opposite of you or something that's different of you will show you the realization of the energy you're in. For example, to test you, you might have an energy come to you, like I was saying before about something in a different episode about someone can be mad at you, or someone can come with an energy that you don't rock with, right? That's a polarity. That's something different. That's something completely opposite of you. Now, how do we see the power of the polar energy? The way we see the power of your energy is you pushing against that, resisting that, and then we see the power of that energy, right? So that can be in every situation. When you don't have something, God will put you through things, right? Of you having or not having, to see, do you understand what you really have though? Put you through something else. You don't really understand what you really have though. Will put you through something even more harder than that. Now you understand that you don't need nothing because you have everything. See? You got to understand the law of polarity.
The law of cause and effects. I know you are familiar about Miss Karma, right? Miss Karma, she always come back around. You don't got to get your lick back no more, because Miss Karma will handle your lick back. Miss Karma gonna handle that. This is the law of cause and effect. Whatever move that you make will always have repercussion. Whatever you decide to do will always have an effect. So when I walk into one opportunity, not knowing a soul, not expecting an outcome, I end up leaving with friendships, with other opportunities, with many other things that money can never buy. Or if you decide to do something that will have you not having a clear conscience, you will be affected in the long haul, in the long term. So when you are aware of cause and effect of every decision that you're making, it is chess, not checkers. You will be strategic by the moves, by the interaction, by the decisions, by how you are choosing to be looked at as your reputation in this universe, how you're choosing to carry yourself, how you're not going to just be everywhere, and how you're just not going to sleep with just anyone. That will show you the cause and effect to all your actions. But we live in the society where Most people lack accountability. They want to blame other people for their actions that they choose to do. If you hold true responsibility of you being the creator of this reality, you are going to direct each scene to work in your favor. You are going to direct scene to make a positive impact on your life. It can be positive or it can be negative depending on the cause and effect of the choices that you decide to make with the lack of understanding that you have or the enhanced consciousness level that you are aware of. What if I tell you that we all have a psychic ability within inside of us if you tap in spiritually? This is common sense. When you feel like something is not right, you get up through it. If it's smelling fishy, it's time to go about your business. If you see a frog, oh, they gonna leap. This is the intuitive nature that we all have. You will make positive outcomes on your life, and it's going to lead to positive results if you trust your intuition, if you trust that gut feeling that's going to lead you down a pathway of success. Most people are not operating from a clear consciousness, so that is going to lead them in an effect of being regretful, feeling lack, being a victim, blaming the world and making excuses. But if you operate from a clear consciousness, that knowing that every decision that you're making will have a positive effect on your life, you will make better decisions. But we really make better decisions when we operate on the frequency of self-love.
Law of rhythm. Now, when we think about rhythm, you're in tuned with the beat of the drum. You're in tuned with the drums of the universe. You have to understand what that looks like for you. Everybody has their own beat of the drum, right? So your beat of the drum is going to be something completely different, something very unique, something that you have to look at from an unbiased point of view. You can't look at what other people's beat of drum is. That works for them. You have to look at the beat of drum that you have that's natural for you. When I say natural, I'm talking about something that you even overlook. That's just how you even look at things. That's just the way that you perceive everything around you. That's things that lights you up, whether you are laying in bed, whether you are out doing anything, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like something you have to sit there and think about. It's just a part of you that you have a natural inclination to do. And this is important because once we figure this out, you understand your beat of your drum. You understand the rhythm that you need to be in to manifest everything. Because this is what pulls everything towards you. When you know your beat of the drum and you are in tune with your life force energy, because that's really what it is, your life force energy. Once you are in tune with that energy for days, everything starts to dissipate. The way that 3D presents itself, where these are the hours and it needs to be like this. Once you truly start to inherit and really tune into your energy, your true natural charm, your true natural rhythm, you're unstoppable in your universe. And when I say unstoppable, you know yourself. You know what you need to do. You know what you can hold on to. You know what you can ground yourself in. You know what you can rely on. Nobody can take that away from you. It's just how you speak. It's how you walk. It's just who you are. And you can manifest everything. Because when we talked about inspired action are the keys. This is the way that you bring, this is the rhythm you need to have to start acting out that inspired action. And once you ground, everything's connected. So once you ground yourself into your rhythm in order to attain anything that you want or to be fulfilled in general, you're unstoppable. Life looks completely different. Life becomes a movie and you're on set and you can get to orchestrate who's in it and who's not in it. And that's just what it is with the law of rhythm.
The law of compensation. You will reap what you sow. What you give, it will always come back tenfold. It may not come back with money, but it will always come back. When you operate from a good heart, a good space, a good spirit, good will just be raining down on you. It will never miss you. It is your destiny to be blessed. The blessing is on the way. But you have to trust that and own that and believe in that. Not operate from a handout position, but give. We live in a reality of transaction. And most people think the only way they can actually get something out of something is by money. If I tell you, if you start giving from a place of love, from a place of understanding, a place of love and light and peace, you will start to be surrounded by genuine spirits, genuine souls that are rooting for you, supporting you. You are never truly ever alone on this journey. But if you operate from a giving space, a selfless space, rather you giving your time, your energy, your kind words, your money, all of the above, the universe will favor you, will look after you. You are just going to get blessed periodically on this journey. Whether someone will buy you lunch, whether someone will just send you a cash app, whether someone will take care of you for the day. You don't have to even pull out your wallet. That is what will happen. We have to expand our consciousness and expand our mindset to not just think that money will come out of when you reap what you sow. Just as well as if you put out negativity and you put out bad things, you're going to get that right back. Just how we said about the law of effect, the law of cause and effect, and the law of compensation. You will constantly be blessed on this journey when you choose to do your best by you giving from a place of pure intentions, not seeking anything out of anyone or expecting anyone to give back from you, because it will come back tenfold by a random stranger, someone you may not even know, but operating from a place of love, operating from a place of openness, operating from a place of understanding how this universe works by the law. This is law. Be a blessing, you will get blessed.
Law of gender. Whew. So she's subject. Now, what people don't understand is women and men have both masculine and feminine. There's a percentage difference though, because as you can see, the representation of a woman is more feminine by nature, biologically. Doesn't mean she doesn't have some masculinity, because in order to coexist in this space, you gotta have the two, polarity, duality, right? Now with a woman, she has more femininity, but she also has her masculinity within herself first, because we have to separate them and talk one by one. A woman has to have some masculinity to show what her boundaries are. She has to show, what direction do I want to be in? What is my path? What is it that I'm in tune with? You know, in order to decipher or discern between what it is that she rocks with or not, or to place her boundaries, right? Her femininity is in her nature. It's the fact that she can give birth, where she brings peace. She multiplies whatever she touches. That's her femininity within her. Now with a man now, his masculinity was more percentage. He's mostly masculine, obviously with his biological nature, but he also has femininity for him to understand and to see, okay, he's emotionally intelligent. That's a feminine quality, to be emotionally intelligent and to be practical with the decisions that he does then express. The masculinity within him is him expressing, is him directing, is him taking charge, leading a family, or leading himself first. Then he knows how to lead a family. Because if you don't know how to do something yourself, how are you going to do it for a whole family or for anything outside of you? With these two different chemistries, you see how they can both attract each other. Once the two parties has full control of the energies that they have, they can now seek out what it is that they need, right? So a man has no business looking for a woman if he does not have his masculinity and his femininity in check. If he does not already know how to be his own peace, have his own emotional intelligence, know how to calm his own self, know how to look back at a perspective on a decision that he's made, he has no business looking for a woman to fulfill that if he has not understood that yet. Because what is she going to multiply what's not there? Same thing with a woman now. With a woman, if she doesn't already have that part of masculinity within her to know, okay, these are my boundaries. This is the woman that I am. This is how I express the femininity that I have. That's a masculine quality in a woman. She has to first know her path. She's not looking for a man to fully tell her who she is, to know her identity, to show her. I wouldn't say like she's not looking for a man to direct her. She has to at least know the direction she is going in first. And man just multiplies and uplifts that and really pushes her. But she first has to know where her path is, because how is he going to know the kind of woman she is, the kind of femininity she is that can aid him without knowing the boundaries and respect that she has for herself? So see how this all gets connected, guys? You gotta, like, the masculine and feminine energy is in everything. And you have to understand when things are out of balance, what we see today with men are wanting women to, not do nothing and they just gonna come in and control them, or, you got the fully independent women out here that feel like they just need something outside of them to make them feel what, and the thing is, it's like we need to step back, go back to the basics, understand masculine and feminine energy, understand how two people can actually aid each other if they do choose to be with each other. And once you can understand the basics, you understand, okay, as a woman, I know I need to know myself first. But let's forget everybody else out of the picture. I need to know who I am. I need to know the path that I'm going on to. I need to know the direction that I'm going in. I need to know how to guide my own self. I need to know what I'm even looking for in something outside of me to guide me. And then I can go out and seek that. But you have to have it first. Same thing with the man. If you are just out here on your path, going on your conquest, going out there and directing traffic or whatever you're doing, but you want a woman to come and validate you or have your kids or whatever, you need to first have your own peace. You need to make it, you need to make whatever nest that you're trying to create, make a woman come in there and see, okay, he already is emotionally intelligent. He already has some peace of mind. I now know how I can be of value. I can take this to another level, because everything outside of you, once they come in to be a plus or to aid to something and add on to something, it's to level up, because we're all here to grow. So you have to already have your basics, have your foundations, and then you level up with other people outside of you. Law of gender, guys.
The law of relativity. Most people don't want a reality check. A reality check causes growth, causes evolution, and your perception is your reality. It's how you see it. It's how you look at it. Most people don't want conflict in the story, but it causes you to develop character, causes you to grow. It causes you to look inward instead of pointing out. This is the law. We can't run from it. We tend to run away from our demons, and we want to be around other people because we want to avoid our demons. And we want people to jump our demons instead of looking it in the mirror and coming to an understanding of our own reality that we have in our own mind. How every storyline causes us to go inward, causes us to merge into our highest self, our highest understanding that we can ever divine as possible. How do you see yourself? How do you see this world? If you see this world that everything is happening to you, it's like, why is this happening to me, man? Well, what if it's happening for you? What if these lessons that you are meant to learn is happening for you to elevate, to graduate towards your highest self? If you start to see things for what it truly is, but this is taking yourself out the picture, start seeing things from a bird's eye view, your perception will shift. Your perception will change to not operate from a level of defeat when challenges will arise. You can conquer it and be strong and be bold in everything that you are meant to accomplish, because you know that it is building your self-esteem and it is building your character. This is Earth School, baby. Do you want to graduate, or do you constantly want to repeat the lesson over and over and over again?